Hey there, Joe Rogan and your producers, David Essel here. I am so excited to reach out to you because I'd love to be a guest on your show. For the past 43 years as a #1 best-selling author, a counselor, master life coach, speaker, radio and television host for 30 years. Something happened at the U.S. Open, Joe, that is so disgusting to me. I'm a former Division I athlete. I've been in the world of sports as a sports psychologist. As a matter of fact, I still work with major league players in different sports, and I also work with everyday people. But what happened at the U.S. Open with tennis star Jessica Pegula was just beyond belief in 2022. Our country is struggling so deeply in addiction, Joe, as you will probably know. As a matter of fact, alcohol sales in the last couple of years up 1,000%. And here at the U.S. Open, we have Heineken as a sponsor, which isn't the problem at all. But we have someone with thousands of, maybe millions of fans, little girls, little boys, teenagers, even adults that are watching Jessica Pegula during a press conference with a Heineken beer, drinking it, putting it down, drinking it, putting it down. And someone said, "Why do you have a beer at a press conference?" And her reply was, "To ease the pain of losing, to soothe the pain of losing." Joe, I'm a former alcoholic for 30 years. I've been sober a long time. I use those words all the time, Joe. I used to use those words all the time. I had a rough day. I need an extra glass of wine. Man, it's been a long week. I could really use some more wine. Holy crap, I just lost that contract. I thought we had it. Let's go have a couple of drinks and let it go. See, those are the words of the alcoholic. But it's not just Jessica Pegula who needs to be held to the fire and to make a public apology, in my humble opinion. It's also the U.S. Olympic Committee that took that clip and showed it during a next match that was already being played. It was mind-blowing to me, Joe. We have the U.S. Tennis Association. We have the U.S. Open Committee. We have Jessica Pegula. As far as I know, no one's made any type of attempts of an apology, of making that type of a grave error. We have so many people, maybe in their 50s, 60s, 70s, recreational tennis players that have struggled with alcohol. And then all of a sudden they see a star drinking to soothe her pain after a loss. Now, as a former alcoholic, if you do not have a very strong recovery program, you could easily slip back into drinking just because a role model of yours is drinking. What about a 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old boy or girl, a tennis star in the making, and watching Jessica drink during a press conference to ease the pain of losing? Joe, that's not what we do in sports. I can't imagine LeBron James at a press conference, Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal. I can't imagine any of the Tom Brady, for God's sake, at a press conference. Now, what people do outside of their sports and outside of television is up to them. If Jessica wants to drink every day, let her go drink every day. But to do it when she knows that there's millions of people watching, and the fact that the U.S. Open Committee showed it, knowing there's millions of people all over the world, and the world is struggling, Joe. Joe, let's get together. I'd love to be on your show. We're not just going to beat up these people. We're going to give solutions, Joe. And I'd be more than happy to find time, any time that'll fit for you. I'm available. My publicist, TJ Torriello, will be reaching out to your staff. Let's do it, Joe. Let's get this country back on track. I have a program, a book called Helping Americans Heal, and in there we talk about addiction. I'm ready, Joe. I hope you are too, and we will rock and make a difference in this world together. I'm David Essel. The website, davidessel.com, ESSEL. Let's rock.